Hello again, friends, and welcome back to Triangle Strategy. Real quick before you maximize your tab away, if you could drop a like on the video, I would appreciate it so very much.
Three armies clash, their battle cries ringing across blood-soaked fields. When the chaos subsides, the gallant figure of Exharme Marshal stands victorious. General of Vlora sees the tide turning against her and retreats before it swallows her whole. The bitter taste of defeat is unfamiliar to her tongue.
So we just got our castle taken over entirely by Minister Exharme. We laid down our weapons and Vlora retreated, and now I believe we're about to have a little chit-chat with him.
Don't think that seat's meant for you, friend. Lord of the house only.
Ah, but who is lord over a fallen castle? By rights, it should belong to its conquerors. From my perspective, it is clear who that is.
Those purple flames. So that was the full measure of Hyzant's new weapon.
Beautiful, no? Courtesy of our capable researchers at the Ministry. I'm afraid it's still a work in progress, but I hope you found our initial display compelling. If not, I'm sure my men could be persuaded to give another.
I'm super curious what that weapon is.
There is no need for that. I will not see my people suffer further.
I'm glad we've reached an accord. Leave us.
Yes, my lord.
What is the meaning of this?
It is all too easy to make enemies when one is young and talented. And so every so often, I must put on a display like this. Anyhow, I've come to speak with you, Lord Serenoa. Once I've said my piece, we shall leave.
What could I possibly gain from hearing you out?
There are parasites within Hyzant that grow fat on the goddess's blessing at the expense of those who deserve it. I would ask for your aid in purging this sickness from our beloved nation.
I'm listening. Go on.
Wait. So he wasn't actually conquering us.
Before boring you with details, allow me to give you this.
He just wanted to prove his power and then ask us a favor.
What is it?
The latest medicine developed at our ministry.
And why would we need anything your alchemists brew up? Lord Symon will be back on his feet in no time.
Ah, so the rumors are true then.
Curses! Hyzantian trickery!
The draft is efficacious, you can be sure. His heart will beat as steadily as it did in youth.
Thank you.
Pray, save your gratitude until after you've heard the favor I ask in return.
You would propose a deal.
I would. You are familiar with Minister Sorsley End. As head of his house, and one of the Saintly Seven, long has he overseen the distribution of salt. Which would be all well and good, were he not profiting personally by abusing his station. He peddles salt outside the purview of the consortium.
But how is that possible?
A man of his influence has his means, no doubt. The consortium is not well liked by all, 'tis true. But they have done more good than harm in ensuring that each nation is given fair treatment in matters of trade. If these claims against Minister Sorsley are true, he would be in direct violation of the Accords.
Precisely so, and in his violation, he would leave an indelible stain on our nation's reputation.
We've been invaded twice now by both other nations. I feel like that's got to be in violation of the Accords, right? Like the Consortium is a peace thing. Like it's trade, but it's also a peace accord. And if we've been invaded by both nations, like how is that any less than Sorcelet taking a little bit off the top for herself?
Who buys his ill-gotten wares? Aesfrost?
None other, my lady.
We have witnessed as much.
Then you understand that his greed touches the lives of people even outside our nation's borders. Which brings us to my request.
What would you have us do?
I would see Minister Sorcelet relieved of his position.
If you had waited another 30 seconds to come back, he would no longer have a head.
And his life, I take it.
A man after my own heart. Speaking of which, I pray your Lord Father sees a quick recovery. Now, I shall return the castle to your safekeeping.
That's quite generous of you.
I've already made quite the request of you. To impose any more would be unseemly.
I take it this request isn't one we can refuse.
You're quite perceptive. I like that. Well then, I shall take my leave. May our next meeting bring good tidings.
Holy shit, we have 3 character stories. Oh, these are all our peeps. Rudolph speaks of his past as he walks with Anna.
Please, good sir, toss us a spare coin.
A beggar.
Cast off from the Aesfrosti mine, no doubt. Focus, Rudolph. There is work to be done.
Many thanks, sir. May your good deed be returned tenfold.
Apologies for that, ma'am. On we go.
Somebody's starving. He's sure to have a lot of energy to run that fast. I'm not buying it.
This war has forced so many into poverty. Everyone looks a bit more downtrodden these days. Is everything all right? You seem miles away.
Just thinking of the past is all.
You've made your last run, smuggler scum!
Damn it all! Looks like I'm done for.
You're under arrest for the illegal transportation and distribution of salt.
Please, you've got to let me go. I beg you. My little brother needs me. He'll die if you don't. He's sick and...
A likely story. What a pity, then, that you chose to betray your country, rather than support him through honest means. Throw him in a cell, so he can contemplate the consequences of his crimes.
No! Get your hands off me! You gotta let me go!
The fact that we haven't heard a word about his brother, I assume means he met his end.
I got to smuggling salt so I could afford medicine for my brother. We could barely put food on the table, let alone find money for medicine. I know it ain't right, but what choice did I have? He died while I was locked up.
Yup.
I broke my promise to him.
I had no idea.
It's not anything to do with ye anyhow. Let's get back to work.
Osabara speaks of her past over a drink with Eridor.
Ah, that's the good stuff. Ain't no one can pour a pint like you.
I take coin for drink, not compliments. It's hard enough to keep this place running on my own as it is.
Need me to lend a hand?
Thought you'd never ask. You can start by washing the dishes, then restocking our foodstuffs, fixing up that wobbly table, and...
Aye, leave it to me.
Ha! I'm only playing. I'd never put a paying customer to labor.
But that's an awful lot of work for any one person. Ever give thought to finding someone with whom you might share the burden?
You can stop right there. The last thing I need is anyone else complicating my life.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
I had myself a someone once, you know? Special-like. Till he left me for a specialer someone. Raised my son Theo all by myself after that. He'd be a man grown now, if the war hadn't taken him.
Forgive me, Hasabara. Didn't mean to go drudging up painful memories.
That's what you got for talking, Eridor.
No need for apologies. I don't know anyone who doesn't have a thing or two in their past that haunts them. In truth, I'm more exhausted than anything. Must be the years taking their toll.
Ain't got nothing to do with age, and everything to do with the hardships you've overcome. More impressive than an old soldier drowning his sorrows in mead.
What kind of barkeep am I, letting my poor patron wallow?
Sometimes wallowing's good for the soul. Come on, have a round with me. My treat.
Eridor, I don't even pay you. I'm not sure you can afford that.
Took you long enough to make the offer. Now, what shall we toast to?
It's close to free drinks, am I right?
How about to your son?
Aye, to Theo.
Alright, the one I'm... You know, I was about to say the one I'm super interested in. But I was really interested in Rudolph's also. But I want to hear more about Narve. Narve speaks with Gila about her home of Hyzant and his grandfather's place in their history. Wait. His grandfather's from Hyzant? I did not know that.
That should do it. You should be able to use that arm just fine in no time.
Many thanks, lad. You truly are a talented one. My apologies for treating you like an intruder the other day.
Think nothing of it, my good man. If you need anything else, I'm more than happy to help.
I don't know why, but it rubs me the wrong way when a 12-year-old says, "my good man."
Your magic never ceases to amaze. Did you learn everything from your grandfather?
You bet I did. The Archmage Grandante taught me everything I know.
Grandante. There's something I've been meaning to ask you, Narve.
Ask away.
I was in Hyzant for a short time, studying at the Ministry. No doubt you know it's considered the greatest authority in this world when it comes to matters arcane. Their library contains everything from records of magically enhanced soldiers to technical tomes and much, much more. Their chronicles on the history of magic, too, were the most comprehensive in our realm. And yet, I do not recall seeing even a single mention of a mage named Grandante. One would think the achievements of such a powerful sorcerer would be recorded somewhere. Why are they not?
I made it up. I made it all
Those
up.
awful Hyzantians. Truly, they have no shame.
Narv?
The chronicles you speak of, in truth, they were written by my grandfather's own hand.
What? But then why is he not credited by name?
He refused to do the research the former Hierophant ordered of him, and was branded a heretic and unbeliever. They erased his name and achievements from the records, and made it like he never existed at all. He was then banished from the city and died in exile, his name all but forgotten. It's all their fault no one knows of the Archmage Grandante.
I had no idea.
These robes I wear were once his. They're the only remaining proof that he once walked this realm.
So you carry his memory with you everywhere you go.
I promised myself I would make the Archmage Grandante's name known around the world. So I'm going to work harder than I've ever worked before, until all in the realm know his story. And in the process, I'll become the greatest mage this world has ever seen.
That's the spirit.
Thanks, Gila. Just you watch, Grandfather. I'm going to make you proud.
Okay, a little less interested in that one than I was in Rudolph's. We have side stories. Exharme's intervention ends the battle at the harbor. Swordslice seethes in anger. Little does he know. We're coming for him.
Do you require assistance, Your Excellency?
Get me my walker, Booker.
I require silence. Can't you see I'm thinking here?
Exharme's meddling is unfortunate. He hid his investigations well. He may have already poisoned the Holy One against us. We must take action, and soon. If our dealings were to come to light, it would have grave implications.
Do you understand the meaning of silence? If you insist on pestering me so, then tell me what you would do.
I would do whatever Your Excellency commands.
He is commanding you to find him a way out of this mess. Have you no ideas for me?
I fear not, Your Excellency.
Useless! Would you see me dead then?
You keep yelling, yeah. We go and get this man in our party and we will see you dead.
We can't let the Wolfforts fall into Exharme's clutches. They are too valuable. I must find a way to make them see the upside of being in my good graces.
This man trying to cut a deal with some salt. How much? Lifetime supply? Look, I don't like doing illegal dealings here, but this man's trying to get me some salt. Let's just say my table's tall. We can slip some under. All right. Back in the Crown City. Back in the Crown City. Wonder if we're gonna get to hear of Laura complain about losing. Oh, I hope so. From within the castle jail, the captive Roland hears something stirring. Oh, he hungry.
Brother, there you are.
Did Cordelia just solid snake that guy and knock him out? I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
Cordelia!
Shh! You have to run, now!
Don't run to the Wolfforts, we'll give you right back.
Come out, your highness.
Not so loud. Anyone finds out about this, it'll be our heads on pikes.
Which one of the soldiers was it that got knocked out by the 8-year-old girl? That's the one whose head will be on a pike.
I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
Shut up, Cordelia, and get me my horse. I've got people I need to show this spear to.
Nonsense. You're more courageous than you know. It's time for us to go.
Oh, she's staying.
Cordelia?
I'm staying here.
What? Why? After all this?
That is all the more reason for me to stay. I will avenge our family.
Okay.
I will find out what Aesfrost's schemes are. And when the time is right, I shall bring them down.
Her voice actor does not sound like a child. It sounds like a 20-year-old man trying to play a child. A little girl. Well, not a child. Not just any child. 20-year-old man trying to play a little girl.
You intend to wed the Archduke, then?
Yes.
I will come for you, sister. This I swear. Until I do. Take care of yourself, will you?
Things are getting heavy.
It seems Hyzant has withdrawn from the Wolffort domain.
Avlora, you lost to Hyzant. And we lost Roland while you were gone. Things have really gone downhill for us.
And left the Wolfforts with their independence? How very uncharacteristic of them.
Doubtless they mean to use the Wolfforts against us. The illusion of freedom will make them more pliable to an entreaty from their saviors. So not only has House Wolffort defied us, but the Holy State stands with them.
Wait. We defied you? We did not defy this man. We were given an option to murder Avlora when she showed up. And we rejected it.
I suppose even zealots can be coaxed from their pulpits. General Avlora reported the use of a weapon which caused an explosion of purple smoke throughout the battlefield.
Yes, not but bluster and fury for now. But who knows what may become of it in time. The situation has become vexing.
The failure was mine, Your Grace.
Failure does not become you, Avlora. You know what I expect. May you never utter those words in my presence again.
Yes, Your Grace.
Have you news of the prince's whereabouts, Thalos?
I'm afraid not. Information seems to have slowed down to a trickle. But worry not, brother. The sizable bounty I've put on his head should motivate the more industrious of our subjects to action.
You just make sure the Wolfforts know about that bounty. He'll find his way back.
We cannot let him live. Find him at all costs.
My lord, the prince has returned.
What? Is he hurt?
Slightly the worse for wear, but he appears hale, my lord.
I feared we wouldn't see the day.
Serenoa, will you welcome an old friend back into your home?
For now.
With pleasure.
Anna, does anyone else know of Prince Roland's whereabouts?
None. Of that I made sure. Only those present here know where he is.
Very good. Let no one else approach these chambers.
Gustave plans to wed my sister. He will proclaim his intent soon.
So now we have Roland, and Roland has inside information. I have to assume that if we'd chosen to not give up Roland, we would not get any of this information. That may have been, oh, it was a hard decision, but it may have been correct in the end. All it did was cost me sleep for a few days.
Cordelia? But why would he do that?
To secure his stranglehold on Glenbrook.
So the throne was his goal all along. In that case, why murder his own kin?
That bastard. Schemes upon schemes.
Cordelia seems to have accepted her fate, but I refuse to. I mean to stop this wedding, and I need your help. We must put an end to Aesfrost's machinations once and for all. Together.
Bro, I'm like 5 levels stronger now. We can totally. And I just watched Avlora in battle. She's not that high and mighty.
Can I count on you?
My prince, as your friend, I must be frank. We find ourselves in a delicate situation. A single rash move could mean the loss of our home.
For now, we must let Hyzant and Aesfrost think our loyalty can be won by force or intimidation.
And to that end, we have a bargain with Hyzant to fulfill. That must come first before all.
I see. Of course, I cannot blame you. You have subjects to keep safe after all. I apologize for imposing. I shall leave this place. Only tragedy will come if I stay.
Roland.
My prince, if I may. Considering recent events, there may be no safe haven for you in all of Norzelia.
Yeah, you should probably just hang out here. God. Dude spent how long in a jail? He had so much time to think about his life, and he comes out just as emo as when he went in.
However, I have a proposition.
You won't help me fight the enemy and stop the wedding? I guess I'm leaving. Don't contact me. Only bad things will happen.
Speak plainly, Benedict. What is it?
Give me your royal signet. Apologies, but I will not be able to return it.
My signet! The last proof of my lineage. But why?
So you may die, my prince.
Ever the schemer, that Benedict. Side story. Roland escapes Whiteholm, but Cordelia remains. Her fate in the hands of Gustave.
Don't you have anything to say? I freed my brother.
We are to be wed. I must learn to forgive such rash impulses as you are prone to have.
I spit on your forgiveness. I'll never return your hollow gestures.
As you wish. Your brother has nowhere to run in any case. However, House Wolffort is a nuisance. A nuisance I cannot expunge without earning Hyzant's ire.
That bird is taller than Gustadolf.
But it would seem that no longer matters.
Oh.
My hour has arrived. Mine. The time has come to carve my mark into Nozelia.
I assume that letter is notifying him that they found someone who looks like Roland, who has his signet, who is dead. Which means that Benedict's plan, the old schemer, means his plan worked. What do we got? Oh, wow. Travis and Trish? Those are the bandits from the first episode of the game. Travis and Trish's band happen upon a startling discovery on the riverbank. Dead Sir Roland.
Hey, boss, come take a look at this.
The poor soul. Or maybe not so poor, judging by these clothes.
Hey, Pa! Remember what I said about that reward money?
Of course I do. This might just be him.
Pa, take a look at this!
Shiny ring, huh? Is that the royal emblem? This has got to be Prince Roland!
The corpse is regrettably too damaged to identify, but the royal signet is unmistakable. Aside from Cordelia, there is only one who would wear the royal family's ring. There can be no doubt. This is Prince Roland.
No doubt, you say.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but about that reward.
Thalas, give them their coin.
Yes, brother.
Thank you kindly for your generosity, Your Grace.
What a waste. Is this truly how the Kingdom of Glenbrook meets its end?
House Wolffort are no fools. Their friend was only a liability. They have spared themselves by forsaking the prince. They may have escaped, but there are none who would help them. There is no reason for us to concern ourselves with House Wolffort any longer.
A shame.
Your poor brother, betrayed by his most trusted friend.
Surprised that raised 0 red flags for any of them.
Oh, Roland.
And so, matters with the Wolfforts were settled, as peaceably as could be expected. I trust they shall flourish with your support, Minister Sorsley.
Your story leaves me with one question, Exharme. Was it not your forces who took Castle Wolffort? Yet you leave them with their freedom.
One so accustomed to the intrigues of politics surely sees the reason why. Their true enemies are the Aesfrosti. And the Hierophant would know the true reasons behind Aesfrost's recent machinations. In this endeavor, a free ally would suit us better than a beaten subject.
I see. While kept on a short leash, they can be useful guard dogs. But that leash can always be cut if they prove feral.
Just so. An open hand in the right situation can win so much more than a closed fist.
You may be right.
Ah, but before I leave, the Holy One expressed some concern for you. Have you had any troubles managing the salt as of late?
None at all, naturally.
Splendid.
My lord, a bird from Sorsley End of Hyzant has arrived. He has offered to send us provisions and funds in light of our situation.
Benedict, you read my mail? No, it's a federal crime, right? We're gonna have to talk about this later.
A most welcome offer, to be sure, but why would he extend a helping hand to us now? Could he be after something?
Undoubtedly, there are regrettably none so altruistic amongst the Saintly Seven. Seeing as Minister Sorsley has never shown much interest in other nations, I can only surmise this is a ploy to put House Wolffort in his debt.
As I suspected. But our people and soldiers need all the help they can get.
This is also a good opportunity to fulfill our promise to Minister Exharme.
So, hold on. So we're taking this dude's money and then offing him? I mean, opportunity is the correct word here. We are not if we are not opportunistic, right? God damn, that feels shady. But we handed over the prince earlier, so clearly nothing is actually too low for House Wolffort to thrive.
I assure you, Minister Sorsley won't be the only one with ulterior motives in this exchange. Let us accept his proposal.
Understood. We shall discuss our countermeasures at another time.
Of hearts, words, and deeds. Completed. This seems like a fantastic spot for us to end our session today. Thank you all so very much for joining me in this. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Take care.